Great philosophers elevate their thoughts past the realm of theory and into an art. Great art transcends its medium and becomes its own philosophy. Dope Shit does both of these, and Who is Nardowick exemplifies this by presenting itself with the audience's own existential question. Who is Nardowick? I discovered Nardowick the same way most people in 2021 did, through the
what the fuck is that?
sound on TikTok. I dived into his music in October, just around the time the Who Wants Smoke remix dropped. I bumped his album when it came out, my favorite song being Mio Song, featuring a nasty beat switch.
And she loving my crew, loving my crew.
She say she got a man, act deaf, I don't.
One of Lil Baby's best verses, and a future verse that's equivalent in beauty and passion to seeing a mythical phoenix take flight. He had a refreshing and consistent sound. He was nonchalant yet menacing. Deadpan without becoming boring, he treaded many appeals without falling flat. When he announced that he was touring in 2022 with ridiculously cheap concert tickets, my homies and I got right on it. Absolutely loved the show. Nardo keeps his songs catchy enough that even if you don't know the song by heart, you can join in chants by the second time a hook or chorus comes around. The last 11 minutes was Who Wants Smoke. Starting with Nardo's verse, the DJ running it back, then the original with Nardo's two verses, followed by the remix with Dirk 21 and Herbo. It was an absolute blast.
They said the pool was closed, I jumped the gate and still dove in.
Excuse My French is classic form for Nardo. In his fuck everybody mode, he borrows from the Michigan scene with his holla holla holla.
My French, I got a lot of hold on. Excuse my French, these niggas hold. Excuse my French, these niggas bitch. Excuse my French, got a lot of hoes. Excuse my French, got a lot of bitches. Excuse my French, I'm rich as fuck.
Oh my god, bro. That bass is fucking insane. This is the first beat and it's crazy. It's just crazy, that's all I can say. Bro, track 1 and I'm sweating. This sounds movie trailer ready. I'm expecting this to play during Nope or John Wick 4, where it's revealed Nardowick is John Wick's estranged nephew and they team up and kill shit. Also has a sudden excerpt that sounds like it's from Hoppy Playtime Chapter 3.
Bread man. All them niggas around you bitches, so how the fuck?
This one slaps. Even just him humming over distorted bass sounds great. Better than it has any right to. Woo! I like this song as soon as I heard the 808s. Whoever produced this said, this reminds me of the post-Meek Mill era, where everyone realized bass was all that mattered. Kinda like Chirac.
That's 100 shots, make a soul lift. I be going crazy with the rubber grip. Catch an eye black and then I hit the dip. 40 shit.
It's laid back and belongs in an expanded version of an album. It's perfect for a deluxe, adding more personality in a niche vein of street rap sonics.
I'm the stepper that's gon' stunt when it comes time to be a fan.
This one isn't exceptional. He goes off.
I don't know, I guess this chopper sound like music. I keep that stick by the bed.
Never mind, this one's hype.
I wore a rubber, bitch, still scream, baby. You was
Besides the name, this might be my favorite new track.
I put hickeys on your neck and hickeys on your coochie. I go
The way this beaming ambient seeps through the sex guitar and horror piano is it's crazy. It's so smooth and infectious, but also hypnotic and alarming. I really love this track. It sounds creepy without feeling creepy. His voice is great on the intro. He sounds like a xenomorph echoing through the compound. He does it all. Great beats, great chants, great quotables, great energy and presentation. If you love Naruto's sound like me, you'll love this track. If you're lukewarm to his sound, his sound might be the only thing of interest for you here. This one surprised me. I forget that he's already collabed with some of the biggest artists in rap right now. This feels like a Polo G song, almost. It feels different than the other tracks so far, most likely because of Kid Laroi and all the glamour and industry sides that come with him. It feels like it's meeting different expectations than the other songs on this. Naruto's outro though?
Bitch, I'm burning up. Call a fire truck, they say I'm heating up. Bitch, I'm burning up. Call a fire truck, they say I'm heating up. Bitch, I'm burning up. Call a fire truck, they say I'm
flames. MK. This one feels like it's inside that haunted shack in Florida. It feels somewhat exhausted by the heat of the tropics. This one's more fun than the other ones, at least in presentation. The ad-libs and Naruto's verse, that's the type of purposely bad freestyle that your homeboys would be hyping you up over. Naruto's self-aware enough that most people can pick up on this, but if you're not crazy about the trap genre, you'll probably find this skippable. And now, the Baby What You Doing remix with Latto, which, I'll admit, I thought was on the original. This is a song that the labels made him do. There is no point listening to Who Is Naruto that I'm like, yeah, he went out of his way to make a club ballad duet banger. I will say this though, when they played this at the concert, all the girls went wild. Goes to show that representation goes a long way.
And don't make it look like you.
Naruto played Crazy Crazy at his concert, and it was hype. The way the bass, that high synth, and the DJ's air horn consumed each other in the speakers still plays in my ears when I think about it. This has some absolute kill shit drive-by energy. Riot starts the same way Wicked Freestyle does, before going movie trailer spoken word like da 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 da. With the diluted sample and title and quiet storm of a chorus, I thought Naruto would get more serious in his subject matter than he did. Maybe say something about the pandemic of poverty and police violence America. But nah, typical gangbanging shit. Which isn't bad, I just think it was a missed opportunity to elevate the song into an anthem. Gotham City reminds me of Infamous, who's one of Hurt Boy's artists. The beats are head nodder. It's rhythmic and hypnotic, with some drugged out G-funk synths and spacey pianos. The type of beat that could use tighter rapping than Naruto usually does, which someone like Infamous or C. Honcho could eat up. The album cover illustrates the sound of its contents very well. It's not fully nighttime, but it's dusk and very overcast to say the least. It's a world devoid of lush and color, and takes personality in its bleakness and casual supernatural aesthetic. There's no sunlight on this album, but never too much darkness that you can't stay focused. Songs like Baby What You Doing doesn't sound like a 4 a.m. hookup, rather a walking to her crib before the street lights turn on time of day, if that makes sense. Naruto is a perfect balance of Halloween and gangsta. He's got the beats and enough rhymes and hooks to appeal to Drake's type of hip-hop audience, but he's never on the super intricate rhyme schemes that most hardcore hip-hop or horrorcore, God I hate saying that, artists depend on for appeal. He's not making any new genres on this album, but he's meeting tons of expectations. The 12 new tracks are only 32 minutes, and although the first couple tracks are stronger, the project doesn't lose energy or focus. Nato has a great mix of good beats, gang shit, humor, and menace. He's extremely focused and consistent. Almost all of his songs are laid-back bangers, calculated and rarely out of control. He's found a formula that works and he doesn't stray too far from it. This isn't a new chapter of his journey or anything of that sort, but shows that he has the focus and consistency to stay popping in what is easily the quickest evolving and turbulent genre of modern music. Nato is only 20. 30 songs in less than a year is a lot of material. And how consistent Natoic is with his sound, personality, and quality is really fucking impressive. By the way, his voice on 1.25 speed is terrifying.
He's always trying to get a fucking stain. I block, I can own it. Even my opponent, I can tell. All these niggas phony, none of them is on it. I'm not friendly, so don't call me homie. Nigga, you don't know me. Damn, I'm tripping, bro. Take off my 10.
I wonder what else dropped today. Perfect. Slowed and reverbed Sum 41 to Draw Your Lizards to.